Hi, beautiful shining stars. So, today a lot of magic has happened. So, first on May 6th, today is May 10th. First on May 6th, um, I have been doing a lot of manifesting. I did my 44-day wealth class alongside my clients. I'm always learning, I'm always expanding. I'm working on my manifesting with the angels. I still have a couple more videos to put out, and Spirit has asked me to add an extension to the class with more because, of course, I created this in 2015 and I've come a long way. So I know so much more and I have manifested so much more. So there's a lot more that I want to add. Eventually, I will probably redo the whole manifesting with the angels. Now, this is a journal. The cool thing with the Manifesting with the Angels journal is that it is a journal. You want to use this over and over, you know? And when I do the new one, you might want to get the new one and start the adventure again. Because manifesting is about you being on your path and journey, always expanding, always growing, and always learning. So I'm going to say it's been 2 years because we're already halfway through 2023, almost, right? Where June will be the halfway mark. This book came up, and I think she wrote it in 2019. I could be wrong, but this book came up on right in front of me. It was synchronized, and I was like, Witch, what a cool thing, because I had revamped my Etsy shop. I think a lot of our spiritual workers were, dabbling back into our hobbies. I feel like the light workers were being called 17, 18, 19, and especially 20 with the whole pandemic. So I purchased the book and I fell in love with Zelda Barons, and the book is Witch. The cover's completely different now. She did a whole new cover for it, and I'm going to share with you, and you can see lots of notes in it, right? So I'm going to share with you some of the magic that I found in the book. Well, one of the things that I absolutely love is that she says health is wealth. And it's so true. It is so true, because if you are living a very wealthy lifestyle, you feel healthy, you feel good, you feel radiant. There's no constraints, there's no stress, because what is our biggest stress is security. Is not being able to pay for our bills, not being able to help if we have children or family or friends. And we all do. We all want to help. Like a lot of my visualizing always has to do with me helping my children, helping my family, my friends, my clients. I'm always visualizing this, right? So health is definitely wealth. And she writes, in order to receive anything, you need to be in a receptive state. She says, hustling is the opposite of receptivity. Receptivity is allowing, flowing, and not trying to force the outcome. So it's like all of these different lessons came into my life all at the same time, because then I started researching the Silva method, the law of assumption, which I think we all work with a law of assumption, but I didn't recognize it the way I recognize it and use it today. Like today, I am in this beautiful magical energy where I see everything. And this is what I wanted to share with you that she talks about. Science has proven that everything is energy. And according to the law of correspondence, as above, so below, that is in the Emerald Tablet, which is a book that you must listen to or read multiple times, because every time you read it, you receive something else from it. Like energy attracts like energy. And it says, so in order for spells to have a lot of power, you have to have a lot of power or energy. I noticed that when people buy the DIYs from me, you'll have people that are like, I manifested this in 15 minutes, Stacey. I kid you not. You could go to my reviews and you could read people that have manifested what they're trying to intend while they're doing the ritual. And then I have people that are like, this shit doesn't work. This is a scam. Like attracts like. So if you are in a state of, I could do this, I believe that this is possible, I believe that I can have this, then you're going to attract it, and you're going to synchronize everything to come into your now radiant moment. This book, Witch, not only shares with you insights on how to attain these, but Zelda, aka her real name is Sarah, teaches you real spells. Now, my favorite, which if you got my email blast, you'll notice that my favorite was her giving. I love to give. It feels so wealthy to me to be able to go to Starbucks. And I don't go to Starbucks a lot now anymore because, like, you know, I ritually make my coffee at home and I drink my coffee at home, and it's just kind of like a whole other ritual that I've created. But I love going to Starbucks, especially in the drive-thru. If you're like the type of person that are very shy, I'm not shy at all. But if you're the shy person, going in through the drive-thru and purchasing the coffee for the person behind you. Sometimes if the drive-thru is big enough and they pass the little area where they ask, I could pay for the coffee for 2, sometimes even 3 people, because the wealthier I am, the more I could give. And it feels really good. Especially if I see a police officer, I will make sure that I go above and beyond and pay for their coffee. Even if they're ordering, and I'll just walk right up and I'll pull out my app and I'll be like, I got it. And it feels really good. Of course, they're usually very grateful. I think I only had one time that somebody told me I could pay for my own stuff. But again, it's all energy, receptive, allowing, giving and receiving. Before, I would always, when somebody would give me something, I would be like, oh yes, but here's something for you. You want to allow the receptivity, like beautiful Zelda Barons express. So now when people give me something, I say thank you. Or when they say to me thank you, I won't say, oh no, thank you. I'll say you're welcome, because it's a give and exchange thing. I'm honoring that I deserve things as well, material, spiritual, physical, magic. So it is kind of this beautiful vibration that we learn, and this book has so much magic. I'm going to share with you. I love this. She calls that money tripling spell. She says there is the magic, 3 is the magic number, and I love 3. I do a lot of things in 3. 3 and 6 and 9 were Tesla's main energies, but somebody said that Tesla, it was 3, 6, 9, 3. It's going back. So 3, 6, 9, 3, because it kind of like, and I'm not a mathematician, but numerology, it kind of like goes back to itself. So divine number of 3. She says, this is a simple spell that you can use to triple the amount of paper money that you have. And then she goes into details on how to use this. She tells you which are the best moons, very detailed. Step 1, step 2, the best moons, what to say, how to say it. Sometimes she'll tell you like to do it in a certain way. Like she says, after you receive the money, open the envelope and either spend or deposit the cash. And she tells you how to best go about it, because something that I would do in the way past that I noticed would block my manifesting was that I would say I need per se $1,000 because I have this bill. So when I got the $1,000, instead of paying for the bill, I was spending on other things, like we have to buy groceries, and so then what happens is I'm not using the vibration of I asked for this, I received this. So instead of paying for what I said I was going to pay for, I use it for something else, and then I'm still in the hole. Do you understand? So there's so much divine energy that goes into magic, and beautiful Sarah expresses it in her book in so much detail. Not only that, she expresses her own, and I love that. I've been criticized a lot by sharing my personal self, and I always tell people now, if you don't like personal stories, this is not for you. I warn everybody, if you just want a how-to from a robot, we have ChatGPT people, get on the boat. But if you want a real person that didn't pay anyone to write her stories and share her magic, this is the person. I absolutely love it. And now I'm going to express to you why I'm sharing this. It's free from May 12th to May 15th. I will link it below. You could get Rich Witch ebook absolutely for free. Now the cover is different. She changed the cover into this beautiful lavender, which I love. And she is writing the journal, which is like a sequel to this Rich Witch book. This book is a bestseller. Everybody has loved because they have manifested so much magic. So here's another one. It works, people. So that is really, really amazing, because something that you want to be able to share with others is how, hey, I use this and it freaking really works, and here you go, and then you do it and you manifest some amazing outcomes. My thing is that I'm going to purchase the journal because she says it should be up sometime this week or next week. And for summer solstice, I'm going to be doing a live Zoom just for the individuals that have her new book that's coming up. So as soon as the book is up, I would recommend that you go and purchase it. Then how you're going to do that is you're going to download this one for free so you know who I'm talking about and you can fall in love with her just like I have. And also follow her, because what happens is once you follow an author on Amazon, every time they put something new out there, you will get notified. So that is really, really important, especially if you love the authors. And like I said, with all of this new fake stuff that's going around, to finding real writers that write from their experience is very, very beautiful. Genuine. I absolutely love to work with people like Sarah, and how I synchronize and manifesting, connecting with her is a whole other story, which I love. And she's going to be part of my Success to Roll, how to launch a successful to roll Etsy shop, which she has as well. And if you watch one of my last videos, I asked you to run over to her shop and get her blueprint, which I haven't done myself. That is one of the next things I've done. I've just been crazy busy. But being able to learn about your life and your timeline and your numerology and your alignment with your stars. Like, for example, I know my rising, my sun, and my moon sign, and I notice that sometimes I correspond a lot more with my rising than I do with my moon and my sun sign. So being able to learn all of these things about you puts you also in a master manifestor vibration, so you could prepare for, like, example, I noticed that some Mercury retrogrades are really bad for me. Like, I notice, like, the May Mercury retrograde is usually very strenuous. I become very exhausted. But then I notice that, like, the October one is great for me, because what it does, it brings me like old cash that either people that owed me money, or I did something and it didn't work out, and then all of a sudden here comes September, October, November Mercury retrograde, and what it does, it kind of like circulates that energy. So by knowing your blueprint, you kind of learn all of these different mystical astrological events about your own time. And that is the power of journaling, because if I didn't write all this stuff down, I'm not going to remember. It's like those dreams that you had a couple of years ago that you're not going to remember unless they're in a journal. You don't know how many times I'll go into journals and I'll read about a dream that I had X amount of years ago. And by reading that, I find some hidden messages or realizations about things that are occurring in my life right now. And it's so crazy to me. So go grab the book. It's not a long read. It has wonderful instructions. The spells are very simple to do, and you don't even need a lot of tools, and it's just so much fun. And like I said, my favorite is the giving. I love giving. I love how she shared giving. I love how her readers share different stories of giving, and she was able to share. And I'm able to also become very creative and go the extra mile and do my own little things. So have fun with it, and I will see you soon.